Thank you, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here today representing Dickinson College. And hello to all our Red Devil fans out there watching on the internet across the country and perhaps some places around the world. We're excited to be here and get the season started. We're excited for a lot of different reasons, primarily because of the team we have returning and our incoming first-year class. But we're also excited from a facility standpoint. We have the Durden Center, our athletic training center, in the process of being completed. That'll be done within another approximately 6 months. So we're excited about the progress of that. So a lot of good things happening in Carlisle. We also have an addition to our Klein Center, which will be completed next summer. Getting back to our football team, we have a group of returning starters we're really excited about on both sides of the ball and our special teams. But we're equally excited about our incoming class. We have 37 young men in that class, and we went out with the intent of recruiting kids who would have an opportunity to compete right away. And we certainly feel we've accomplished that goal. We have opportunities for competition in a number of different spots. We really feel good about the guys returning. We've got some good leadership over on the defensive side, 3 returning linebackers. Mike Miller, two-time captain for us, Shane Mitchell and Connor Thompson both started for us. We have some depth there with Teddy Araldi, but we also feel we have some incoming guys in that class who will really push and be very competitive. Wyatt Dickinson, Sam Easton, Hunter Wagnon, Robert Chase, Stephen Black. We've got some kids we feel really have an opportunity to compete for us right away and push our upperclassmen, so we're excited about that group. In the defensive line, we have a really good group of incoming guys there who will be competitive right away. We recruited those guys with that intention in mind. Returning, we have Dave Bertram, who played some for us last year, but there'll be some opportunities for upperclassmen to compete, like Ethan Rayner. We've got a number of our first-year guys coming in who will have an opportunity to be equally competitive, and we feel really good about Will Gladden, Bill Foote. We've got Will Hornsby. We've got Chase O'Connell. We feel those guys will have an opportunity to compete right away, and also Simon Kahn. And if you checked our website, maybe our Twitter account, Simon just jumped out of an airplane last week, about 13,000 feet with his dad. His dad's a retired Air Force colonel, so and he had a Dickinson shirt on as he jumped out of the airplane, so it was really pretty cool to see. I think he's ready for camp. In the secondary, we feel we have a number of guys returning there who will be good leaders for us in the secondary. Mitch Helmendollar, Jack Morgavich, and Robert Spriggs all had opportunities to play for us last year and had huge impacts. We'll have opportunities for guys behind them, Jake Molesky and Joe Cacchione coming in as a first-year guy. We really feel that he's going to have an impact, possibly on both sides of the ball, and that also as a special team guy. And speaking of special teams, we return our punter and kicker, Adam Kaminsky, and we feel really good about Adam's experience. Performed very well in the classroom also. And from a returning standpoint, well, we feel we have an opportunity for young guys to have an impact right away. And Joe Cacchione will probably be one of those guys, and James Ward, another first-year guy, who will have an opportunity to have an impact in the return game. So we're excited about that phase of our team as well. Over on the offensive side, we've got a number of returners from the skill position standpoint. We'll talk about those guys first. Our quarterbacks are returning, Cole Onell, and there'll be some opportunity for competition at that spot. Michael Carmel had a great spring, so he'll have an opportunity to compete as well. Tailback, we returned Sean Wilson, who really finished the year very well for us. Was a good leader on the field, and one of his teammates who did not have an opportunity to compete last year due to an injury in an all-star game at the end of his senior year in high school, Cedric Madden. Both of those guys grew up together. They're very good friends, very similar backs, and we're really excited to have both of those guys at the tailback spot for us. At the fullback spot, when we go to our two-back set, we have 2 seniors returning, Mike Capone and Kyle Smith, and both have played now for 3 years for us, so we're excited to have those guys. And we've designated sort of an athlete-type position, a slot position, and we feel really good about the guys that are there as well. Anders Overhaug, Brent Scarpan, and Jayon Dunn, and we feel a couple of first-year guys like James Ward could have an impact there as well. So we're excited about the skill guys that we have in the backfield. And from a wide receiver standpoint, we have a number of guys coming back there we had experience last year. Colin Rogers, Eric Ondo, Matthias Badolf, Greg Capoza, and Devin Gaby had a great spring for us, so we really feel good about the returning group there. and we all know it happens up front, both sides of the ball. We felt we really had to have a tremendous recruiting class, and we were able to yield a number of young men who have an opportunity to compete. Returners for us, who started for us in the offensive line, Josh Schwartz and Pat Schleckler, both of those guys will be back for us as sophomores. Had really good freshman years. They were Rookie of the Year for us last year. But in the incoming class, we feel we have a number of guys who can come in and compete right away. Gavin Harder, Kyle Santorine, Jack Newton, and also Justin Smalley. We feel all four of those first-year guys will have an opportunity to make an impact and possibly get on the field. We expected them to compete right away. So overall, a lot of good things happening for us. We're excited to get the season started, and on the field, but also off the field, as I said, a lot of good things with facility improvement, and we're excited about the future. So we look forward to the season. Preseason is going to be critical for us. We have an opportunity to have our inter-squad scrimmage. We also scrimmage 11 Valley, and give us an opportunity to do some things. From a number standpoint, we have 98 guys on our roster, so there'll be ample opportunities to compete and have some competitive situations. And we'll figure out who the best players are, and that's our goal as coaches right now. We're going to put the best guys on the field. We had a number of first-year guys play for us last year. We anticipate that to be the case as well this year. And it's really all about making sure that we have the best group on the field, but also to have the best overall from a team standpoint.
And just for my local thing, is Kyle going to be, Santorine probably going to be at center?
Probably be a center for us. That's what we've had coming in. Yep, we're anticipating lots of good things from Kyle. Cole had a little bit of an injury rehab in the springtime, so he didn't do a whole lot of things in the spring, but he certainly performed well on the field for us last year. Michael Carmella had a really good spring. Both guys will be juniors, and we'll see how preseason works out, but they'll have an opportunity to compete. We feel we've got got a number of guys that really have an opportunity to give us some depth at that point. So we'll see how it all works out from a quarterback standpoint. We have David Clemens, who did some really good things as a first year last year. We'll see whether he recovers from some surgery and ready to go. And Tim Anderson and Eddie Kozlowski will both be first year guys, and we'll see how quickly they can compete for us. And all indications from what our returning guys did to help our recruiting class, I think, was a pretty clear picture that they wanted to do the right things, do the best things to help us to get back in that position to compete for a conference championship. And that's our goal every year. That's not going to change. And we're really looking forward to blending the first year guys with those upper class guys. It'll be fun.